Tabletop Spotlight, brought to you by Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy. Hey everybody, I'm AdamHarry from Bella Souls with
Michael from Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy.
And we're back with another Tabletop Spotlight. Michael, what's this cool looking game?
This is the Versus System card game.
Okay.
And this is actually a new version of an older game.
Okay, because I've seen this one around. This has been around for a while.
Yeah, and I brought, along with it, the new A-Force expansion to check out.
Cool.
So,
yeah, we haven't done a Versus one yet. So.
Yeah, not really, and I wanted to show off sort of both at the same time. And, before you go, I hate this game. It's not a collectible card game, just to get that out of the way.
Awesome.
It's more like a living card game meets Marvel Legendary, kind of.
Okay, cool. I personally really like LCGs, as they're called, versus CCGs, collectible card games, just because you know exactly what you're going to get in the box across the board. So it makes collecting and expanding, like with the expansions, a lot better, I think, monetarily.
I agree.
And it's better for the players. So.
I agree. It's very similar, so cool. Each expansion has its set cards, so
awesome.
Yeah, I think we can check it out.
Yeah, let's take a look at these two boxes. All right, so here we have the Versus system. Again, this is the starter box, right?
Yeah, this is the main starter box, and we've got the new expansion that I figured I'd bring by as well. So.
Awesome. So let's look at the back real quick.
Yeah, like I said, the Versus system is a new version of an older game.
Okay.
And it's brought back, and the older game actually had all sorts of different franchises and stuff. And it just started with Marvel, and they've done a couple expansions here. So this is your main one. This is your A-Force themed one with all your lady superheroes. So definitely cool to check both of those out.
And I mean, I had a friend that played this pretty competitive. There was a competitive scene for this game. I think there still is.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some people getting back into it after this time.
And it's a two-player game. And it takes about 30 minutes, but it's a deck builder. So you're building a deck and you're playing against somebody else.
Absolutely.
So go ahead and do the honors.
Very similar, like I said, to an LCG, more so than a CCG, because there's no randomized packs or anything like that.
Gotcha.
You know what you're getting here, and it's all in the starter box.
Which I much prefer that model. I'm willing to spend 15, 20 bucks on a pack of cards that I know what I'm getting versus 40 to 90 bucks on a bunch of packs that I don't know what I'm getting. So and there's no duplicates. So
I think people would definitely agree with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna open this up while you're working the other box here. So what do we have here? We got some tokens.
Yep.
So looks like XP.
A couple different types of tokens.
Yes.
Some plus and minus points. Plus one, minus one, that kind of stuff. But plus three, minus three.
Gotcha.
Just like in stuff like Magic.
And it looks like damage tokens to X's on their hearts. So
some stuff like that.
And we've got the rule book, which is important. We'll go through that here in a second. So
I do love that, much like Legendary, they do include the foam dividers, so you can fill up some space if you get expansions like this one.
Right. Oh, makes sense. Let me pull the foam out here. It's probably easier to pull
a pack of cards out and check out what we've got here.
Yeah. So we've got that. Can we open one of these up?
Sure, why not?
Okay, I'm gonna.
Let me pop this open. We'll open up.
So you get four separate. I mean, these are all not separate decks. You can mix and match them, but it's a set of cards. So you get this giant thing here. I'm gonna open this one up because we got a Captain America on the front first.
There is a movie coming soon.
Bum, bum, bum. That's why I'm doing it. All right. So these open up pretty easy. They actually have the thing on the side. If I can find where it stops, just move this to the side here. There we go. All right. Dun-dun-dun.
Let's see what we got.
I know we have Cap in there.
Cap is definitely there.
They don't make it super easy to open.
The main set there is going to include most of your major characters.
Okay.
Heroes and villains.
I'm just going to cheat.
Take those scissors.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's got Cap. It'll have Spider-Man, Iron Man, but also villains like Green Goblin and Guardians of the Galaxy.
So you can actually have bad guy decks then.
Yeah, certainly. That's the whole point.
Nice.
Let's see who we got here in this.
Well, it depends on your side. Cap could be a bad guy.
Yeah,
depending on.
Depends. If you work for Hydra, then for sure. So we got Cap, a bunch of different, like I said, bunch of different characters. You got some Cap cards, some Iron Man, Spider-Man, like I mentioned.
Yeah.
Moving on to people like Ant-Man and Black Widow, all the characters that you know from the movies and the TV show and stuff like that.
Miss Marvel.
Miss Marvel is very cool, and there's a new version of her
Cage.
actually.
Awesome.
We got the Captain Marvel version
Doctor
of her.
Strange movie for him coming out too.
Yeah. It's more Iron Man. Like I said, it's very similar sort of style to Legendary, which I really enjoy.
And is there like a deck limit for these? Is that why there's multiples?
I bet that's in the rules.
I bet there is too. That's probably why you have that. So you
would
want
action type of cards.
You would want extras of these cards, especially
for sure.
if it's a like a competitive game. Like you may need 3 or 4 in a deck to make whatever you want to do happen.
Pop one of these open from the A-Force expansion real quick.
Yep.
What I also have in this expansion, it comes with some nice hollow foil versions. You got Bullseye and Daredevil here, shiny cards. So
very cool.
Nice little addition to the expansion.
Gotta love those hollow foils, man.
Just pop this open if I can manage it.
Yeah.
You
break it, you buy it. But yeah, these cards are pretty cool. Like the artwork on them is all Marvel, obviously, so it's all licensed artwork. Again, that really cool looking Spider-Man.
Yeah.
There's a couple different versions of that, or same version, but.
So like I said, the A4 expansion, you're gonna have a lot of the, people's favorite female superheroes. It's the new team, of course.
Right.
She-Hulk, one of my favorite characters, honestly.
Nice.
You got people like Phoenix and Wasp and Pixie and all sorts of different people.
Dazzler. Oh,
big Dazzler fan as well.
Yep.
So all sorts of awesome people. Lady Loki even.
Hey.
So
Vote for Loki.
Very nice. Again, lots of different sort of action cards, location cards, all sorts of stuff. So
very cool.
Definitely, an interesting new take on a card game, especially, like a living card game style like this.
Right. Because this game, again, there's tons of different expansions, and it's just constantly changing. But because it's a living card game, you know what you're getting when you buy those boxes.
Yeah, they have the core set. I believe they released the A-Force expansion, which is brand new, and I believe they also released a Defenders expansion, which is more themed around like Hell's Kitchen people, like Jessica Jones and Luke Cage and people like that. So
yeah. Very cool. Well, let's pause real quick and take a look at the rule book. All right, so we've got the rule book, and then real quick, this is the
supplemental rules.
Supplement thing. Yeah. These are what is that one?
This is the like I said, this is the A-Force rules. It includes a couple new rules for you. My favorite here is the new She-Hulk centric rule called the Rules Lawyer.
I don't know any of those guys.
Someone has a power. You can shout objection at them, and then they have to cancel it. It's very fun. It's a little similar to like the Goofy rules in Age of Sigmar.
Right, but I mean, it's in the game. It's a mechanic.
Yeah,
so
it's a mechanic for sure.
Tap the.
Another great one is the Growing Magic. Morgan Le Fay, if you continue to use her magical powers, she'll get stronger and stronger through the game, stuff like that. Rogue can absorb people's powers, of course.
Yeah.
And then you got a card list on the back. You have the A-Force, the hero ladies, including people, like we said, Pixie, Spider-Woman, Singularity, Dazzler, all them.
Ton of them.
And then all your somewhat villainous types like Black Cat and Morgan Le Fay and Nebula and stuff. So
very cool.
Definitely cool little rule supplement, all the new keywords and everything.
And then if you want to check real quick how many cards are in that box while I'm
this box contains 200 cards in the expansion.
200, and there's 400 cards.
400 in
this rule book. So
like I said, this is very similar to Legendary with the supplement with the new keywords and everything. So Upper Deck's really keeping it consistent across the across the licenses.
So real fast, we're just gonna flip through this real fast.
Yep.
This again, it's just how to play the game, how to build decks,
basics all over here,
all the basic stuff. I would say this is very close to a certain other collectible card game involving Magic.
Yeah.
But it still plays its
you gather things.
You gather things. Yeah. But this is a very different. It's similar but very different.
Similar but different. You
different
do have,
take on it.
You do have locations that give you abilities. You have one-shot sort of things, items to help out. You have your characters you play as and damage they take and stuff like that.
So. The resource management's very different than Magic.
Yeah, it's not really a tapping sort of thing. It's more of a turn-based, seems like a turn-based permanent buff that you get for having a location out and stuff like that. A lot like Legendary, coincidentally.
Yeah, very cool. So and then this book is big because it's got basically all of the rules.
Breaks down the whole turn phase.
So
every little step you take.
Yep, all the different how do you pluses minuses. It's got all the keyword terminology throughout the system. Then again, this is a growing system, so they want to have a lot of very important keywords to.
What I love here is that it gives you just a quick guide on possibly building your first deck if you wanted to build one. There's a great start right there with Avengers characters.
Yep, you want to do an Avengers themed deck? Boom, here to
start that, get a feel for it, build your own, and that's what's great. Like it's a lot like Game of Thrones LCG or Netrunner or something. You get all these cards and you can just put them together however you like.
The other cool thing, this book also has recommendations for free-for-all games you see here, 3 to 4 player games, or if you want to play 2-on-2 team games, which is
it's advertised as just a 2-player card game, but it's definitely works for. And again,
these are all other deck lists.
X-Men,
so
supervillains,
Guardians of the Galaxy, that's a cool one. Supervillains. So yeah, that's a ton of getting started points, and then once you kind of learn your playstyle, how you want to play,
you can make
and match.
All sorts of stuff. Especially if you're a fan of the comics, you can recreate your favorite team. If you like the Uncanny Avengers with the X-Men and the Avengers working together, the Unity Squad, that kind of stuff. All sorts of different team ups you can make, which is honestly great.
Team up rule.
Yeah, exactly, right there.
So a lot of cool stuff. This game's actually a lot of fun. You should definitely check it out. We got expansions coming. So
it's just the first version. It's just the Marvel version. From what I know, Upper Deck will create more franchises, possibly DC, possibly other things coming along. So
go check it out. Yeah, let's hop out for a really fast recap. So that was the Versus System starter box, and then of course the A-Force expansion pack.
Yep.
So let's run through some stats real fast. This is from Upper Deck.
They're both from Upper Deck. Yep.
Okay.
This is going to be $59.99 for the base set.
Gotcha.
And the expansion here is going to be $29.99.
Cool.
And I believe the Defenders is about the same price. Well, it's about the same amount of cards and everything.
So Upper Deck Marvel, again, starts as a 2-player game, but you can actually go
more
3-player,
3, 4, 2-on-2, that kind of stuff. And it's sort of advertised like a CCG kind of because of the gameplay mechanics, but way more like an LCG as you saw.
And this gameplay is about 30 minutes, would you say?
Yeah, roughly 30. A lot like other sort of LCG types
Gotcha.
of things. So depends on, of course, the mode of play you're doing.
Very cool. Well, yeah, go check it out. Versus System in stores right now.
Oh yeah.
New expansion, so go check that all out. Again, 400 cards,
200
cards. You get
a lot of
ton
space
of
in there
cards.
for all of it, dividers, all sorts of different stuff.
Yeah. So go check it out in stores right now. I'm AdamHarry from Bell Out Souls.
I'm Michael from Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy.
And this has been another Tabletop Spotlight. Thanks again for watching. Tabletop Spotlight brought to you by Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy. Thanks for watching.